Good day, everyone. I am Regine Serdocto. Today, I'm going to give a brief discussion or report about the chapter 1, the introduction to tourism law, focusing on its purpose, importance, and practical application in tourism, travel, and hospitality industry. Here's the introduction. The principle, ignorantia juris non excusat, or in English, ignorance of the law excuses no one. It reminds us that we are all responsible for understanding and following the law. Without laws, our world would lack order and chaos would prevail. In the tourism industry, law ensures safety, accountability, and the protection of everyone, or and the protection of everyone involved. Next, the case of the Coral Resort journey. This chapter introduces the tragic incident of the Robinson family, where their daughter drowned in a resort pool. It raises critical legal question. Example: first, is the resort liable for the incident? Um, Liability depends on whether the resort fulfilled its duty of care. Second, um, were safety measures adequate? Uh, this this explore if the resort took reasonable precaution to prevent accidents. Third, what are the rights? What are the rights of hotel guests? Um, every guest have the right to safety, proper facilities, and fair treatment. This case highlights the importance of tourism law in addressing liability, ensuring safety, and protecting the rights of tourists. Here's the learning objectives. The chapter aims to help us first identify relevant laws in tourism, travel, and hospitality. Second, understand the concept and importance of tourism law. Third, recognize the source of tourism law, and the last one of our objectives is apply legal principle to real world situations. Let's proceed to the next slide, which is the definition or kinds of law. First, what is law? The general definition of this is moral principles guiding human activity, and a specific definition is is the rules enforced by authorities to maintain peace and order. Second, kind, kinds of law by purpose rather. Substantive law, it defines and regulates rights. Example, the right the right to safety. Second, adjective law provides methods to protect those rights, or we call this the court procedure. Kinds of law by scope, general or public law. This applies to everyone. Example, criminal law. Then next, special or private law. It applies to specific groups. Example, civil or maritime law. Next, what is tourism law? Tourism law consists of the rules governing travel, tourism, and accommodation. It regulates relationship between tourists and service providers, ensures safety, and promotes compliance with legal standards. Next, importance of tourism law. First, protect tourists and businesses. This ensure fair treatment, safety, and accountability. Second, enforces compliance. It aligns practices with legal requirements. Third, promotes growth and sustainability. It creates a stable environment for the tourism industry to thrive. Next, sources of tourism law. Tourism law derives from multiple legal foundations such as, first, the Philippine Constitution. This we call the supreme law of the land. Second, statutes. Written laws like the Civil Code and Labor Code. The third is administrative orders. These issued by government agencies to regulate specific practices. Now, and the fourth is judicial decision. This is the interpretation by courts, especially the Supreme Court. The fifth one, customs. Long-standing practices recognized as legally binding, and the last one is other sources. This is the foreign decision, legal opinions, and precedents. That's all. Thank you.